Hey guys, welcome to another video. This is another convention trip. Today I'm attending Retro Expo Plano. This is just outside of Dallas, Texas, and this is actually a show that for years I actually set up and I sold my stuff. That's how I got rid of cleaning out the closet, making room for more stuff. So we're gonna go inside and see what we can find. We're also gonna look for video games, collectibles, and fun stuff. So welcome to Retro Expo 2026. So welcome to Retro Expo Plano 2026. As you can see, there's a little bit of everything at this expo because it's not really a specific video game or sci-fi or comic book expo. It's just got a little bit of all of the above plus more. Pretty much anything retro, you're going to find it here. I will focus on a lot of games. There, I did want to look for games. There weren't a lot of games, but this was our good friend Retro Wolf's space. He always brings some good stuff, so I dug through a lot of there and actually picked up a couple games. I will show you at the end of the video, I'll show you all of my pickups, so stick around for that. This I thought was pretty neat. I've never seen this Radio Shack Platinum GameCube bundle. Looking at it now, I probably should have got it for $250 because that's a pretty good deal. Too bad the box was in bad shape. Look at that. That is awesome. In the box. That is awesome. So the lighted cases, that's where you know the really good stuff is. So whenever you see one of these at a show, you know that's where the high dollar, best quality stuff is. This DK Junior Game & Watch in the box was fantastic. There are a few other things. Something you're going to see a lot in this video, there's a lot of Pokemon. Here's some right here. You will see a lot of Pokemon, so stick around. I used to be a big fan of the Halo toys. I had a ton of the Master Chief and all the different figures. I never saw these multi-packs before. Those are pretty neat. I do like video game related collectibles to add to the collection, but didn't buy any. Then I found a few little games here and there. A couple of these caught my eye, and I really wish I would have picked these up, but I didn't. I may have to come back to this.
That's really cool. Is that one of those, like...
Big regret. I did not come back for those, and I forgot about them on Sunday as well. So they didn't go home with me. I hope somebody got them because they look great. So I don't collect Pokemon, but I do like opening packs, and I almost grabbed this Japanese set. But the price was high, so I passed. The curse of the retro show. There was just so much different stuff. I literally wanted to buy everything. This GoBots book, the Transformers Find Your Own Adventure book, I had that as a kid. You know, and then right next to it, you see this 3DS XL that I used to have brand new in box, and I sold it a few years back. Still kind of regret that one. But Street Sharks, Mad Balls, you got the Battle Beast. There were turtles everywhere. And there were a few games, like you see a Jaguar here for $500. And then he had like 6 Sega Saturn games, but they're all pretty big hitters. I think he had the House of the Dead for like $300. You see right here in the center, there's a Pokemon Gold version. He had that. I want to say it was $250. This guy had some pretty nice stuff too, and that was kind of the tone of some of the for the majority of the video games here, is that the people know it's not a video game show, so the dealers only bring the high dollar stuff, because I guess if you're gonna set up, you might as well just try to sell the big hitters, get the most money for your table, the biggest bang for your buck, I guess. So it was nice to see some of this stuff. I didn't really buy any of the big hitters. I'm not really into the sealed games. The Guardian Heroes was a big almost, and then down here in the bottom right you'll see a Snatcher that I don't really focus on, but that was like $1,400, and that seemed a little high as well, so I just passed for now. So if you've been to one of these shows, a retro show, there's one up in Arkansas that Retro Rick runs, you'll see so much different stuff that it almost becomes overwhelming. You're like, what am I going to buy? There was a ton of Masters of the Universe, because I know there's some hype about the new movie coming out. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are always strong. There's always a huge showing of those. But Masters of the Universe was really big at this show. I guess because of the new movie, it was just taking over. Lots of other things like these Castlevania figures that I've never seen before, so I thought those were pretty neat. Right next to it, you've got the vintage Robotech. So what do you look for when you go to a show like this? Do you go specifically for one particular item, or do you just look at everything? I feel like everything is calling out, take me home, and I have to say, I can't.
Not really a comic show, but you see quite a few comics here. First Todd McFarlane art, $90, pretty good deal. The one that caught my eye is right back here, right here. J. Scott Campbell. It's a beautiful book, but looking for it raw, but it's actually a great book. Oh, we'll think about that one. We'll come back later. There are not a lot of games at this show. It's definitely more just, it's called the Retro Expo, so it's kind of everything. There are some neat things. I like this Catherine soundtrack. Never seen that before. That's kind of cool. Got a few SNES and N64 games. Some other neat stuff in the cases. I really like this over here. I like this Pokemon Monopoly. Pokemon Monopoly, that's cool. $45 if it's complete. I think that's a pretty good deal. Lots of Pokemon here, lots of cards. You can't get away from it. It's very hot right now. Star Wars is always hot too. Don't really do Pops that much, so this is an easy pass for me. Blind bags for $2 a piece. Walking Dead, Deadpool. I like the Halo. These are kind of cool. I might get those. Street Fighter. That's fun. Huh. Let's see what else I can find. Boy, you can find everything here. We got retro jam boxes here. They're not that retro. They're pretty. I think these are 80s and 90s, so maybe I'm wrong. Maybe these are full retro. Very cool. It's called the Retro Expo for a reason. More games. Lots of sports. Lots of NES stuff.
So Texas Chain Game Over Video Games, they set up here and they brought some pretty neat stuff. On the left there, they got all the retro stuff, but on the right, you got some box ColecoVision and a lot of other consoles. I mean, it brought some really nice stuff. Always good to see. So as I said before, not a whole lot of video games, and this was one of only 2 dealers who brought just volume of games. They weren't all heavy hitters. This is what you'd see at a typical video game convention, and I dug through, and I actually almost bought a couple. Those couple of those 3DS games were actually sealed. That's why, you know, Batman Arkham was $60. I have most of these Pokemon games, but I'm always looking for a good deal. There's another Pokemon Gold for $300, 2 at the same convention. You never know what you're going to find, so you might as well keep looking.
All right, guys, I'm just leaving Retro Expo 2026. Had a good time, pretty good crowd. Today's Sunday, it's a little slow. Talked to a few celebrities, bought some neat stuff that I definitely didn't need. Bought some things for some other people. And it's still early on a Sunday, so I'm going to get out of here. But I will do a little wrap up where I show everything that I got. But all in all, it's a great show. If you're in the Dallas area, it's a great smaller show. Not a huge venue, but they have good. I mean, everybody from the Battlestar Galactica group to Bruce Kulick of KISS, which was one of the main reasons why I came. Anyway, heading out. We'll wrap this up when we get home. Stay tuned. Hey everybody, welcome to the Retro Expo 2026 Plano, Texas wrap-up. Just going to quickly show the few things that I bought. I did not buy a whole lot. There was just so much. It was, as with most of these places, it can be overwhelming. You can easily get carried away and you can spend way too much money. So I ended up just picking up a few items. I did get this Pokemon Monopoly. I got a deal on it. We'll talk about that in a second. It is complete. I opened it up. It's got all the little Pokemon guys in there and everything. These are the 2 games I got from Retro Wolf. Appreciate the deal. The World Championship Soccer 2. I'm always looking for Genesis games that I need. And of course the Digimon All-Star Rumble for Xbox 360. Got a great deal on those. Appreciate your Retro Wolf as always. And then really the only other thing I got were, I think you saw me digging through the blind bags. So I got the blind bags. I got lots of blind bags. I mean, for $2, the Halo ones are looking pretty neat. I have not opened any of these yet, by the way. These are Star Wars ships. Street Fighter, Mega Man. I should have bought more of those. I could not find more of the Game of Thrones, but those look neat. And then lots of the Super Mario Series 9, Super Mario Series 10, and then the DC Forever Evil. Those look kind of cool. They're little characters. So this is kind of my haul. I actually got a couple of other items, so be on the lookout for a second video that'll be coming out pretty soon. The other one covers the celebrities and the girl toys, what I call girl toys. Probably not the right thing to say. Monster High reunion was a big part of Retro Expo this year, so that video will be coming out soon, and I do have a couple more pickups in that video. So if you want to see the rest of what I got, tune in for that. In the meantime, thank you guys so much for watching. You guys have a great day, and we'll see you on the next one.